risk, then nothing gain. Take a risk or lose the chance. And if your why doesn't make you cry, then the price of success will probably be too high. But realize, look, your mind is like a t-shirt. When it stretch, it never go back to its original size. So just try. We all wanna get in big rooms for what we pursuing, but the biggest room in the world is room for improvement.
I'm gonna need y'all to bring it down while I intro the prize. Just another podcast, episode 139. Make sure you do what my baby says and
Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Hit the bell.
I just turned all y'all back up because y'all was talking during my intro again. Welcome. Y'all can speak now.
Oh, we're good now? We have permission?
Well, y'all did it when y'all did it.
Yeah. Damn, was my mic turned
Right,
on?
our
Good.
mics
I had
are
to turn
still
that down. I got you.
Oh, weird.
I got B Hood and Matt behind the cameras. Young Keese on the time. Liddy's in here. V, Brother Els, Zayna, Top G, Willie Beeman, Chris Featherston. Welcome to the Chris Featherston Podcast. Nikki, aka Six Like the Number. And yes, she is part of the show now. I'm your host, Deem the Great, Baldy with the glasses, the People's Champ. And I got a great, illustrious guest for y'all. Kai Infinite. What up, bro?
How you doing?
That was his track before, featuring Pusha T and Chase. What up? How you
Blessed,
feeling?
Man. I'm chilling. I'm blessed.
Blessings. Where y'all want to start today? We starting with you, bro.
Shit, man.
New single out, fresh, hot off the presses. How was it working with Push?
Oh, bro. It's a crazy story. So, like, 4 days before my birthday, I was going through singles and songs to, like, drop and shit. And I was on the call with my A&R and manager. We were joking. I was joking. I was like, yo, I'll DM Push right now. And then boom, I DM Push. And then he left me on red a little bit. And then like,
do that.
like 3 days before my birthday, he was like, he gave me his number. And then the rest was history.
Oh,
Super dope. Super fire track too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thank you.
was done without him already. Like, he was added afterwards? Because it almost sounds like it's a track for him.
Mm-hmm. But I had, see what I do is when I make music, I'll feature the artists even if they're not on the track. It's basically like a manifestation. So I just got them on there.
I like that.
Yeah.
Shows.
Manifest the
It
feature.
definitely shows.
all right. What you got in the chamber then? What you got in the chamber as far as that manifestation?
Yeah, who you manifested it?
Y'all gonna have to see, man. Y'all gonna have to see.
All right, bet.
Mm-hmm.
So, you also got some stuff going on. Something in the Water's coming up soon. Got a couple events.
Mm-hmm. I got 2 events. I got one on Friday, one on Saturday.
Dope. You going to tell
What
the
are they?
people, yeah.
Something Indie Water. You can find them on my social media platforms. But
Shout out to G and
one on the 27th at the Bunker, RVG Management, and then there's one at the beach. Well, they're both at the beach, but one's on 16th Street, and then the other one's at the Bunker.
Y'all go check bro out. He's super
I wish I
talented.
like knew off rip like where, but like those group chats are so filled with just people. I can't do it. So I'm gonna just talk to him when I talk to him.
Because Something Indie Water is like a group. It's a group of indie artists from Virginia specifically, correct?
Mm-hmm.
To kind of make sure they're a part of Something in the Water,
Mhm.
a greater part of it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, man.
We just got back from Atlanta. They showed us mad love out there. Me and you was talking kind of before the pod about how at home it ain't really always the same energy. You kind of on your way up, so I'm sure the energy you getting around people now is a little different than when you first started. What was that like?
That's one of the reasons why I made the song Lights Please. I felt like there was a shadow over Virginia. You know what I mean? So I think seeing someone local like me is kind of inspiring.
I agree.
You know?
When you say a shadow of Virginia, what do you mean? Like,
Like people don't want to come here and record. People don't want to come here and get video shot. People don't want to come here and do those things like a Cali or Atlanta or New York, or Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like people come here and they just, you know what I'm saying? They ask about the beach. They be like, "What is there to do in Virginia?" That's what people say, and that's just like it's fucked up. You know what I mean? Because we got so much talent.
so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got things like this podcast. Like
I appreciate
you know, there's not a lot of that. So.
And not even just talent. There is stuff to do here, right? Like, as a girl who loves being from Virginia Beach and I don't ever want to move ever again. Like there's stuff to do. There's places to see. There's
there's not
locations
just
for that kind of stuff.
people just think it's just Virginia Beach. Like Virginia is a big ass place,
Yeah.
but like I'm just saying, people come here for the creatives and like what we do and what makes this shit go around. Like people don't come here for that. I don't know. They come here to visit and see family and shit.
I'm about to say, I think we had our sparks with Pharrell and Tim and all them, where the people were coming through here, but it wasn't publicized either. It wasn't shared. Like people didn't say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to Virginia." They would say it after the fact. Now we get like, "Oh, I ducked off to Virginia in the beginning of my career to get it to where it's at," and they were saying it after the fact instead of in the moment. So I think that's kind of the problem too. Like it's not something you brag about. Like Miami's like, "Yo, I'm going to Miami" and all that shit.
Exactly.
It's its own thing.
It's like a different energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just got to bring like the industry here.
So what would y'all say? Just I'm not even asking just him, but the whole room. What would y'all say our energy is? Like, do we have an identity? Do y'all think? I don't think we do.
I think people know there's mad creatives in VA though. It's a lot of people that are super talented from here. I don't think most people that are from here to get on, they leave to go get on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get on here because of it's not a culture of like let's all build each other.
There's
up
no
at home.
industry for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go outside of yourself and then bring it back home.
And then by that time, when you get outside yourself and you in LA or you in Atlanta, you like, no, I'm staying here.
But I think that speaks more to, like Kai just said, the industry of it, not really the people, right? Because if there's no backing for it, like if the government's not doing anything, if the city doesn't create spaces for it, because trying to play music at a venue anywhere around here, you have to basically give them your firstborn. Like,
Commonwealth.
like it's not an easy thing to do. So I think that's.
But I mean, to his point though, I'm telling you, but we didn't even leave the airport and people was talking to us about the pod.
Yeah, but in Atlanta, you can have those kind of events and stuff with ease.
That's the
almost.
surface level. That's the surface level.
I feel like
of what they're saying.
they used to that in Atlanta. They used to people sharing and like, yo, like walking in the studio, you'll never know who you're gonna run into. Like,
Facts.
you know
But
what I'm saying?
it's about what you're saying. Like the industry, there's no infrastructure for entertainment here. They
Exactly.
shoot a few shows.
He
They
said
shoot
sharing. Anybody can share. I can share anything. Chris drops a book. I can share his book with my whole network.
the incentive on that is that there's a nucleus of infrastructure centered around entertainment. They shoot movies in Atlanta, which causes people to come to Atlanta that are of that
I
ilk
feel you, but
of wanting
before they
to
were shooting movies in
network.
Atlanta, because that's fairly new, they were still on that same culture tip. They just started Disney and them. Go ahead, my fault.
I just wanted to go back to like I think you said it like people had to go out of Virginia to like make it. I kind of disagree. If you think about the guys or the artists that made it from this area, they didn't go out of Virginia. Missy, she stayed in this area, she made it. Chris Brown from Tappahannock, he stayed in this area, he made it. Pharrell stayed in this area, he made it. Like nobody, if you can point out to where they went and came back, then please let me know. But I don't believe anybody left out of Virginia that's like our big top tier artists left out and came back in. And as far as like the infrastructure goes, like when you say Atlanta has artists that stayed and made sure that continued, like JD. JD is a prominent person in Atlanta. He still puts people on in Atlanta. I think we kind of have to hold Pharrell, Timbaland, Missy, and all them to the fire because they're not doing the same. If they are, it's low key and it's not publicized for people to come in. Like people know that when you go to Atlanta, you have those big artists like JD. You have Thug. You have people that Future.
There's
like
a chance. That's what you're saying.
There's a chance that you know who to go to when you go down. When you come down here, you don't even know if you're gonna see Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just is.
You not.
What you
not gonna see that nigga. That nigga don't
He
live
doesn't
here.
live here.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
speaking on that also, as somebody who is actually from Atlanta, I would say that community involvement is a huge thing. Kind of like piggybacking off of what you said, because like Future will do stuff. Future, Lil Baby, all of them will do stuff like you could be driving in your car on a Saturday and be like, hey, it's a free concert at Centennial Olympic Park. Be there at 7 o'clock. It's free. The whole community's getting it. And like everybody's showing up for you. That's why I feel like being involved in your community is such a huge thing. I guess that's what you were saying, like letting the people actually see you and experience you as a person.
I was about to say, Zay, we experienced that on one day in Atlanta. They sent us one of the little meetups
event
for
to
people
go to and everything. He's like, y'all should pull up to that, man. They gonna
that day on a Tuesday.
But to that point, you can't do that in Virginia.
Right.
You cannot just say, hey, we're going to have this huge party here. Come at 11.
What you think, bro?
Yeah, nah, you can't. I mean, unless you got like you just stamp people around here just weird. Like you gotta promote like hella. You gotta have hella niggas on the bill for niggas to come out. Like I don't know. It's just something like you gotta separate. There's no separation. People look at it as like, yo, he's just like me. So why the fuck would I come out and look at his shit? You know?
You think there's something to the melting pot and just our physical proximity as just being like middle ground causes us to like spring off and not really
I don't know.
center?
I take it as there's two things you can learn people: what to do and what not to do. Like if motherfuckers are doing what they doing, like artists, creators, podcasters, they see what's working outside of Virginia. Like yo, you can do that same shit and blow the fuck up here. Like people, you got to bring that new shit here. You know what I mean? Everybody want to do the same shit.
Yeah.
And like through the same shows, like I don't know. It's just like niggas want to be hot here. It's like
They don't
bro,
wanna take
it's
risks.
way bigger than Virginia, man. Like I don't know,
But I
but
feel like it's discouraging.
community.
Especially when you kind of like what you were saying about like, why would I come out here? This is just a regular person like me. So it's hard to take risk in a place that doesn't give you that space to grow and let your creativity flow with you.
Yeah,
I was about to say,
it's hard. It almost forces you to leave to like go seek more fans, more venues, like you know, more opportunity. Because it's like you know, like I could go to Cali right now and find 5 niggas that could shoot 5 like videos for free. But here, niggas will charge an arm and a leg because they can't afford that. It's different.
Right,
There's-
arm
you know what I'm saying? Like you go out there, niggas can afford to do that. You know what I'm saying? Here,
charging arm and leg.
niggas is charging $1,500, $2,000, and like they just shooting. Like yeah. So it's different.
And that speaks to the ecosystem, right? Because they're willing to do it for free because they are also trying to build their portfolio, right? In California, there are people who want to be directors and videographers and ADs and things like that. So it's mutual in that sense.
Right.
I think here, to the point you guys are making, that they go somewhere else to get better or get good, and they come back. When they come back here, they've already established that they can earn a rate, right? They already have a portfolio and can prove it, which I get the issue that it causes, but I think that's just kind of, like I said, the infrastructure of it. We're not allowed to get a permit to do something like that is insane. The city's not going to let you.
Commonwealth.
Right. You can't just do it. I think that to the point, I hear this a lot, that everyone is holier than thou. Like, yo, you just like me, why the fuck would I come and like sing your song on a stage? Like being a fan seems weird out here. We're almost too cool, right? Like you can be a fan of things.
Supporter.
But in Atlanta, like again, like you guys said, they're used to it because Atlanta's Black Hollywood for real. Like
Yeah.
you're used to being around those things, so you know what you're supposed to do. You know where Dungeon Studios is. You can name it, right? You can't name one of. There are huge studios here, huge ones. You don't know the name of any of them.
I don't even know where that shit at.
But Pharrell has
For
a
real.
studio here. Missy has a studio here. Timbaland has a studio here.
That's what Ellie's
You
talking
can't
about.
name
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question, like, because majority of y'all are from Virginia, and like Kai, you sound like you're trying to actually give back to your community. What ways do you guys feel like you can start making a difference, even if it's small, subtle, like?
I think as of now, it's not my job to be everything to like it's my job to be a beacon of like energy, you know what I'm saying, and like change people's behavior. So more so my habits, you know what I'm saying, just be an example. Just show people that it's possible, because I can go from person to person, but it's going to take me forever, you know what I mean. So I just have to be an example, and I've seen it. I've seen it multiple times. Just the way I carry my rollouts, the way I execute my songs, my music, just everything. People are starting to copy what I do, and it's good. And I aspire to inspire. Like that means it's working. That means I could take what I've learned out in Cali and wherever in the industry and bring it home, and people can have the same resources. Like I literally give people everything that I do. I give people. They just have to ask. Like all the submissions, all the fucking blogs and playlists, I don't give a fuck. Information is like, boom, have it. Like it's what you do with it. Like, so.
You definitely roll out and package things differently. You got a different sound. Like to your point, like people from here want to sound like the dude from Atlanta. They want to sound like, you know, whatever the wave is. You on your own little wave, but we good. I don't know. It's the speaker in the corner. But you got a different like foundation too when it comes to this music business. You know what I'm saying? So do you want to speak to that? Like your pops is not like legendary. You know what I'm saying? I actually had an opportunity to interview him once, and he gave us a story on how he, you know, He's like, no, I want to make sure his shit right because he is talented. Like he always seen you had talent.
Yeah, that was no easy task. I got life and a lawyer out of that man. You know what I'm saying? That was really it. He doesn't really speak too much. You know, when I go into the studio, I just have to ask questions. But you know, he likes what I do. I remember it was one time I was doing some pop shit, and he was like, "Bro, keep that shit out there, and you can only rap in here." Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck!" And that was like the last day I recorded in his studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't even know, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, fuck that. I'm good. I'm gonna go do what I do," and then you know, I got dope.
Do you feel like even having Knots as your dad made it easier to believe something you could do? Like,
No.
was it much more
It was
attainable in your mind?
no. It was a lot harder. At first, I was trying to prove that I could do something and like make my dad proud. But after that, I just like, you know, I really love this shit. Yeah, like, yeah, I'd do it even if he didn't support me.
Did you
That's
see
dope. That's super dope.
Did you see a difference in the music that you were producing from those two different states that you were in, like trying to prove yourself and then just separating, and like I'm doing this for myself?
I was rapping at first, and then I started getting into more melodic, like rap and R&B.
Okay,
And just
You found your own pocket.
yeah,
That's what it's about, too.
Yeah,
found my own pocket.
Fire. Y'all all real quiet.
I would have never guessed that you rapped,
No,
though,
that's
like, because the first song I heard from you was Still Got Love, I think it's called.
Love for y'all.
Love for Y'all. Yeah, so I would have never guessed that, like, you rapped like rap?
Yeah.
I got hella songs with my dad.
I need to go find it.
They not out.
Nah, but he got hella. I got a couple tracks of yours on my playlist. My like for the ladies late night. Like we were gonna set some vibes.
For the
Love for
ladies.
Y'all gets it.
That's
Love for
love,
Y'all
man.
is like a vibe. Like,
Nah, he got some bangers on there. Don't sleep.
At
Y'all
all.
sleep if y'all don't know about Kai Infinite. For real. Don't.
And the girls be
yeah.
like, where you get this from? Who's that? You know, we love stealing music.
They do. And when you heard it for the second time with her, I played it first.
Or she just saw it somewhere.
Nah,
Funny.
she subscribed to my playlist. Don't do it.
you subscribe
Anyway.
to my playlist. Creepy, man.
Anything else you want to tell the people, man? Come see you at something in D Water.
Yeah, man, come see me at something Indie Water. Come out, I'm be giving out free weed, apes and shit. Like, you know, that
They
gas.
All right.
Yeah, man, come get a free T-shirt. Come experience. Come enjoy yourself.
Is there a date on a full project?
On the album, no. No. When is this podcast supposed to come out?
It'll be out this week.
Okay, damn.
You want me to hold it? I'll hold it for you if you need me to, brother.
I want to talk about Fast and Furious.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
You want me to-
Oh, you want the soundtrack?
Yeah. Thank you.
Definitely.
Good placement.
Congrats, bro.
Ooh.
Congrats.
It's
You know how many people gonna watch that movie? It's up and it's stuck.
So how did that happen?
Oh man, this is wild.
You ever been thinking about family?
It's with Lil
That's what's
TJ.
up, man.
Y'all know Lil
Lil
TJ?
TJ, of
Yeah,
course.
Yeah.
Shout out Lil TJ.
So it was like the weekend. It was like Friday. They had hit me. They was like, "Yo, you want to be on Fast and Furious?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" And so they was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be you, Black, and Friday."
Oh, man.
And I was like, "Bet."
Damn.
It was like, "You got 3 days to do this verse."
Damn.
Man, the first 2 days I was struggling. I was like, "Fuck,
Pressure.
bro." Yeah, pressure is the movie, you know, and like just like thousands of niggas like trying to get on that movie. And they had like 2 projects. They had the Drift tape, and then they got this official one coming out. So yeah, I had 3 days. Man, I'm calling niggas to help me like write this shit because I'm trying to get niggas a bag. So the song's called "Count on You," bro. It ended up being like me and my little brother, like my 18, 17-year-old little brother recorded the vocals. I got him credit on it. I got him
Dope.
paid. Like, yeah.
That's hard.
I called my sister. I called my brothers. I called everybody, bro. They didn't want to pick up from me. So I was like, damn, y'all niggas missed out.
Missed the bag.
Missed out.
Fast and
Pick that
Furious,
phone
bro.
up,
Fast
y'all.
and Furious.
That's
Crazy. So yeah, And it's in the movie too. With Vin Diesel.
Hold on. We know.
Definitely about family.
Yeah, it's like,
You know the scene?
it's like the credit song, like the sad shit.
Oh,
You know that song, See You Again?
Uh,
I feel like it's gonna be big like that.
Oh shit!
okay.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Hey, yes, man. That's hard. That's hard.
fire.
That's hard. So I gotta wait till Fast and Furious come out.
Comes out next month.
All right, cool. We're gonna hold this
Yeah.
one till next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be renting out the theater, so y'all come
Oh,
follow
we
me.
pulling
That
up.
was
We
Very
pulling
fire.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
we pulling up.
That's community stuff. That's the kind of stuff that gets done in Atlanta, that
Yeah.
gets done in New
There
York.
it is, right?
To
Yeah.
promote things
I'm
like
finna
that.
just tell niggas come pull up, man. Come celebrate with me.
Is that an official invite?
It's
Yeah,
on
man.
wax. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's on wax.
official. We're gonna pull up. He like, I don't have seats for y'all.
I was like, yo, you sat on the bottom.
Drop the film. Oh no,
No.
Nah, y'all good, man.
That's super dope, bro. Super dope. Congrats, man. You ready to get into
Yeah.
some of this mess?
Yeah, come on.
Let's do it. Lap. Boom. All right. Nikki, you want to kick this one off? This
my
is yours.
How you set things up is how you got me on the internet looking absolutely nuts. And
You
who
look
did-
great on the
who did
internet.
thumbnail?
Hey, y'all stop coming for my girl on the internet.
I don't.
Y'all can come for me. I'm built for that.
I don't read the comments, so it's absolutely
I do,
fine.
and I
It's a rite of
respond.
passage. It's
Nah.
a rite of passage.
Who did a thumbnail? Did you?
I did the thumbnail.
Thumbnail me
I
doing
all-
this? That's crazy.
No, that's
Need
how good
that.
thumbnails are.
Don't do it.
That's a good
anymore.
thumbnail.
I look so angry.
That's
You
that's for
are.
the internet. That's the algorithm loves
You
that.
are.
Tell her about the algorithm, bro. She don't know.
What, the thumbnails?
Yeah, the thumbnail algorithm is that click-through rate is clicking.
You ever see Mr. Beast? You know what that is?
Yeah.
His stupid ass thumbnails. He be like, that shit work.
They can be fun and lighthearted. They don't have to be.
No, that one is greatness.
I hate you so
Come on,
much.
this is you.
So again, this is not. I'm not angry about it. I just want to start with that.
Let's lead with that. Okay. Yeah.
It's crazy what you into. There can be a habit noticed or a trend that some friends and I have noticed regarding men with more money and how they choose to date and whom they choose to date.
Okay.
Right? The young lady usually has a look.
Stop
Okay.
polishing it.
Yeah, be specific. Say it how you
You
said
know,
it.
are you running for something? City council or something?
Keep running from them
They
comments.
have a type.
Go ahead.
Maybe. They have a type, right? And the type is usually you can say that she's black. That's usually the type, right?
We can say that she's
you
black.
can say that she's black. You,
Okay.
you always get to say, I'm dating a black woman. Right, which inflates the stats that y'all love throwing out about, oh, well, black men always date, 80%
Yeah, we
of
already.
black men.
Yeah, 80% of black men are married to black women.
Yeah.
Y'all
Is
hate
that a
that
fact?
It is a fact.
But
Yeah, I hate
This is where
Again.
she's gonna put a hole in the fact.
Right.
I'm
I hate that.
I'm not putting a hole in it. I'm just causing, adding some more context.
Y'all hate it. We love y'all. That's crazy.
I know they hate it.
I know,
It's
I know.
crazy what you're into.
It's like you never supported us.
I am
Right.
I'm
on.
adding some more
Come
context
on.
as to, and I'm not taking anyone's blackness from this, and I mean that. I don't want to take anyone's blackness from them, but experiencing blackness is different when your mom's not black or when your dad's not black. When one of your parents is black and you present as racially ambiguous or you present as mixed, yes, you are still black, right? Of course,
Okay.
but you live a much different life than I do.
Have you never heard your grandma say "woo child"?
But not even that, right? When we talk about specifically Asian and black women or black and white women or what have you, or any of the other beautiful mixes that happen, but there's a thing about rich men a lot of times, and he felt convicted. A lot of people feel convicted when I bring this up, but oftentimes their partner, when they get on, like they feel like Kanye, like you ask for a white girl, right? Or a white adjacent or a black adjacent. If their girlfriend becomes much lighter with a much looser curl, right? And she becomes much younger.
My daughter's
the grade
curls
on
is
that?
tight.
Great on that.
Again, you see what I'm saying? Again, I'm not. Don't do that because I'm not bringing that up. Don't do that. Don't even play with that.
No, because this is a very specific list she has. She has black adjacent woman, 5 to 7 years younger, not career oriented.
Damn.
No, it's very specific.
Damn.
It feels specific. It shouldn't feel specific. How's that?
No, it is specific.
So do you feel like that's specifically to men when they reach a certain status?
Yes,
Is that's what they're
she
going
said.
after?
Yes.
It's a business tactic.
I don't feel like it's in that.
You can't box me in when I'm bringing a
not.
woman that's
Yeah.
like look like she made of the rainbow. Can't box me in.
So it's better to
So
bring
if
to
I'm
the
trying to do a
corporate
business
events?
deal with a potential racist, I'm not threatening him.
Wow.
What?
And she's still black, so I still get y'all card too.
So why is all of this?
Chris came to pod today.
Chris came to
Why-
pod.
I like it.
Like,
What? That's what it seems like.
why is
What's
this a
more
factor
important?
when you're picking your partner though? I feel like to pick a partner based off of how your view while you're with them, like in an aspect of, oh yeah, they're not gonna think I'm racist, or I can do a business deal with this person. I'm not offending that person if I say this, is kind of weird to me, and it doesn't feel genuine.
That could be extremely genuine.
What you think, Brody?
It's not convenient.
Let
to,
my guest speak.
but-
What you think, Brody?
Wait, what was you saying, bro? You was justifying why men go after certain women, like lighter women or something?
Yeah, I was saying why they possibly could be doing that.
Honestly, if a nigga doing that, it kind of feel like insecurity for what like the person like outside of y'all is like, you know. I don't know. I just feel like it's preference, bro. But it's hard to answer that question, man. Because I've been on both sides.
Yeah.
I've been on both sides, but like I don't think I've picked a woman like the color, or I like what I like, man. I like love. Feel me? It's
like love, too. It's
But
love,
it's
man.
wild, Kai? All of us will say that in this room, but they don't believe us when we say that. Maybe her look is just coincidence. Maybe she just
Coincidence.
happened to look like this, but
Okay.
her personality meshed with it.
Listen, my mama light skinned. I like light skinned women because she look like my mama. You know what I'm saying? I think my mom is beautiful, so I'm gonna like boom, like this probably my mom would probably like her. I like her. Boom. I also been with darker skinned women. I love all of it. You know what I'm saying?
We say
But-
the same thing.
But listen, I don't know about like
It's not a
white girls. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, we
I
don't know
that's-
about white girls.
That ain't me.
That ain't
That
me.
ain't me. I love white people. I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? But like, I wouldn't go after a white person or
It's
just
just your
because,
preference, bro.
you know what I'm saying? Just because someone is lighter or it would make me seem less racist or whatever the fuck. Like I don't know. I think that's just.
I think the women. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the women are kind of speaking towards the men who maybe weren't dating all over the spectrum before they got on or before they got rich, and they were dating more, darker skin tone women. And the second they got on, then they just happened to switch to the lighter, fairer skinned women.
Kanye.
I don't want it to. I'm not talking about light skinned women.
No, I don't-
because
just-
I want to clean it up because it's not about
Yeah.
complexion.
Yeah, it's about race, like their race, their ethnicity.
Right.
Right.
It's
That's
not
what I
because
mean.
there are people
Yeah,
with
we just,
two dark skinned parents. Okay.
You know how we are.
Yeah, I just don't want to, because I'm being very specific. I'm not
Yeah.
coupling in light skinned black
Right,
women.
it's not
instead.
colorism.
You talking about vanilla?
I'm
No,
talking
she's
about
talking about
swirls.
ethnicity.
She's talking about
Ethnicity.
racially.
Do y'all remember?
Come on, man.
Do y'all remember Diary of a Mad Black Woman? That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
The Brenda.
Yes.
That's what. We're
And
talking
and I guess my question is, right, 'cause I sat at home pondering this, trying how to not get called a very evil, angry old black
cares?
girl.
They
I
can
sat
call
really
you that either
hard.
way.
I have a sensitive constitution. I'm sure I'll get to where y'all are.
We're gonna
Give
help
me
you.
a second.
They're gonna call you that either way. Pause.
He told me that actually. He's like, yo, just tell somebody else. I'll say it for you.
Facts.
But do your preferences change as your life changes?
Well,
Is that a thing?
I have
I
a
don't
question
think
though, Six. Like, so most people believe like the premise is that we usually are attracted to people who are attracted to us, and we can imagine that as we get older, as our money changes, the people who may be attracted to us changes. So that widens up our ability to think about women I'm attracted to, right? So I talked to a woman one time who was African descent. And one time we were having a conversation and she said, Willie, the reason why I date African men because I was almost conditioned to be attracted to African men because they were always attracted to me. So could we say that as men start to go up in social status or money, that there could be a widening gap of women who are attracted to them that may be black adjacent?
I beg to differ.
Hold up. No.
I beg to differ.
You said that out loud and didn't notice the error in it.
What's the error?
What's the error?
Let's get it.
Like,
You said that, okay, when I don't know that you ever been poor, but when I wasn't, when
No, I wasn't talking about me specifically. I'm sorry.
so when men aren't in, a certain social status, they are attracted to who's attracted to them. And who's attracted to them and who they're attracted to at the time are black women, black presenting women.
Okay.
And then as their social status changes
Proximity.
and they make more money, proximity too. Now, these women who were out of their league at some point, they have access to them and they're now attracted. So now you're like, ooh, I get to have her now. Let's try that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what you're saying. I just want to make sure that I'm
actually
if that's
saying-
what you mean to say, then great.
100%.
No, that is what he means to say, right?
That's crazy too.
How's that crazy? No. How's that crazy? Because if that same dude, when he was at 40K, you weren't looking at him. The girls that were attracted to him, they didn't want him because he was an average.
I am not talking. I'm talking.
Hold on, one mic, y'all. Take turns.
I'm talking specifically about these people's ethnicity. I'm not talking about how much a girl makes, anything else about
No,
her.
I'm saying, but as a guy, your options change as you go up.
But my thing, I'm sorry.
But I think
I don't
proximity.
like the fact that we talk about black women as something to level up from. Like,
Well, he didn't say that though.
I'm not saying that he did, but what I'm the way that
He didn't say that.
the way
No,
that you're
I know. No,
the
they're
way
very
that you're
good. They're very
talking about
good.
it is I don't like that black women, whenever a man levels up or when he's not making 40K and he starts making 200K, then it's like, oh, but y'all weren't attracted to us. Black women are the women who are going to ride in the streets with you. We're the one who's going to hold you down. We're the one who's going to deal with your baby mama or whatever drama. Black women do that.
Zay.
Black women do that.
Look, Auntie says no. Go ahead, go get her, Chris.
Y'all do all those things, but then y'all also talk shit on the back.
Y'all talk shit about us in the front.
No, well, that
Y'all will literally talk
And
shit
now
about
we have a pod. We have a pod now.
Hold on.
I know. Now we've come to pod.
Hold on. Can I auntie it? Wait,
Hold
can
on.
I auntie it?
See what they
Wait,
clap for?
Yep.
can I auntie it?
Go ahead.
Can we have an auntie
overtime
moment?
on this one?
Let's have an auntie moment. Auntie, I'm sorry. I was talking to a friend over the weekend about this specifically, about how black men and women, if we're going to do anything, we're going to have to learn how to talk to each other specifically.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I agree.
A lot of it, I think that we all know our grievances with one another. And what happens is what just happened.
But you see,
Hold on. I got you. I'm here for you.
I'm
She
gonna
got
say it simply.
personal.
You gonna
She's
talk
here
like
for
a
us.
politician. I'm
She's
just
here
gonna
for
say
you,
like-
King.
You. Who's the kid? Okay. But what happens is we say, hey, this bothers me. Well, you do it. Okay, we're not talking about us right now, though. Right? So what happens is we keep speaking from a wound instead of a solution.
Ooh. Hold on.
Everybody
Hold on.
does that.
Nikki,
Men and women do that.
I'm only gonna come at it at that angle. I was just gonna say they's clapping for doing it behind people's back. I'd rather have people around me that's gonna say stuff to my face.
We shouldn't do that.
Excuse me.
Ooh.
No, I was clapping
Ooh, okay.
specifically because what she said was true. Not because it's okay for that behavior. I'm just saying I'm clapping for it. That is very true. So the people who just judge each other based off of wounds, like she was saying, or make accusation, this is how they do it. Men do it out loud, women do it in the back end. So neither one of those are okay. I was clapping because she made a point based off of you stating that, women do it this way or women do it that way. And it's just like, it goes back to what Nikki was saying. Every time someone makes a point, you don't have to, well, you do this. Like,
agree.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. She was just saying, like, men do it this way. That's
No,
all I'm saying. That's
I
all
agree. I agree with what Nikki said. I'm talking about what y'all clap for.
I
I'm
just
saying,
told you what I clapped
No,
for.
you clap when she said her statement about y'all do it on the back and y'all do it behind our back. We
No,
do it to you. We criticize y'all to your face. That's what we basically said.
No, that's
Which one is more honest? That's what I said, because y'all try to act like, oh, just because we riding with you in the passenger seat and grinding with you and all that stuff.
No,
on the backside, y'all are is yapping.
Can we get some appreciation for trying to love?
No, that's not a no. That's strategy. That's strategy.
No,
that's strategy. That's strategy. A lot of the times, y'all do the same thing to us. Sometimes when y'all get y'all bag too, y'all run out too.
So no, that's not necessarily.
That can be.
That's not necessarily true.
No. I would rather have a woman that's going to be honest about her gripes with me and stop talking about how I'm riding for you on the front and making it look like I'm riding for you. And then when we talking to other people, you talking shit. Get away from me.
Hold on.
But that's not. No, that's not what we're
That's what I
saying.
said, though. That's what I said. That's what I said to what you said.
Let my bro got something to say. What's up, bro?
I just feel like shit just got taken personal real fast.
That's how these discussions always
on the
get.
pod.
For real. Okay.
But not amongst us, but
Hey, Kai, I'll be straight up with you. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Yeah, this is.
If
I had
this
a
was
question
like,
though.
It's all-
I had a
he
question
got a
though.
question too.
Have y'all experienced like a nigga changing on y'all like that yet?
uh-oh.
Getting money from like not having money to get money? Y'all come across those type of dudes yet? Like y'all have friends
Have
like
I
that?
experienced it?
Yeah, or
Yes.
anybody,
I
any
personally
women.
have not experienced it, but I do have friends that have, but I can't.
What about the women that do it to the niggas?
That's what I just
How
said.
many of them?
It's a lot.
Like, so y'all all personally have experienced a woman leveling up her money and saying, I don't no longer want to deal with
Can-
it.
Me
I-
personally,
Never. No.
no, because like I don't know, I'm different. I just the way I
He
come,
said,
with,
"I'm that
I've
nigga,
never,
this don't happen to me."
not even that nigga. I just never like. Money has never been a thing with me in my relationships. I've always been like I found a way to communicate, and like there's been times where the women make more than me.
I
You know
think-
what I'm saying?
I think
Like,
that's a bad.
I don't really care.
That's a bad question though. No, because that's not the same for men and women. Women will level up from a beauty perspective. There are women who, like in their teens, may not really fully like grow into their beauty and their attraction until their 20s. And there are also women we also know that like to go visit foreign countries and down in Miami, and they change certain aspects of themselves, and they are in different rooms. My original statement was we all agree it doesn't matter. This is facts. It's not even an opinion. We have access to different people at different phases in our lives. If Six is only she knows is Virginia Beach, and if she gets a full scholarship to Harvard and she goes to Harvard, her access to men are going to be different. She's going to be in different rooms. And so just because she says, I have a preference today in Virginia Beach, there's no way you're telling me that when you go to Harvard, that the
No.
things that you may end up getting attracted to may be different.
No, listen to me very strongly. In my experience, and I'm willing to have a conversation, when I talk to black women who say, I date black men, that black man has at minimum 3 black grandparents. When I talk to black men who say, I date only black women, a lot of times, again, in my experience and the purview that I have, black adjacent counts. The difference in that is I do not know a lot of black women. We will call a mixed man mixed, right? When I say I only date black men, I could be at Harvard. I could be in fucking Denmark, honey. I'm going to find the black man there.
King.
And that's who I'm going to be with
What I'm
because I
saying-
only date black people.
But Six, what I'm saying is the access to the type of man that you're going to have access to is going to change based on the people that's in your prayer view.
I'm going to find the
think-
black person in the
Yeah.
prayer group.
Nikki, I
But
think
even
what- I
that,
think- I
even
think-
that, even that guy is going to be different than the guy that you're seeing in 7-Eleven. It's going to be a
That's
different
not what
type
we're
of guy.
talking
That's
about,
not
though.
what
No, but what I'm saying
They're
is,
talking-
but what we're saying is still my original premise is when we even as men we learn to be attracted to people who are attracted to us. Is as our attraction rate grows, it opens up a different dating category. It doesn't matter why that happens. So
And
if,
the question does say dating habits.
right?
Willie, I
The
think
dating
what
habits
they're-
change as people who have access to you.
I know what you're trying to say. You're talking about proximity. Our scope becomes wider.
Not just proximity, attraction, bro.
No, I'm
So-
saying no. That's what I'm saying. Our scope becomes
Right.
wider. What we can, our pool. What you say?
So
our
what
pool.
I'm saying is,
but I think
Kanye,
hold on. Let me-
Kanye at Gap isn't getting Kim Kardashian. Can we agree on that?
But
We
what
can
they're saying,
definitely agree
Willie, what
on
they're
that.
saying is there's a sense of loyalty when you have that population of like choice. So I can pick from 1,000 now. They still want us to pick them regardless of
That doesn't happen
the
in
pool.
any aspect of our lives,
No?
Chris.
And that's not what I'm saying.
No.
See, Chris, you trying to rationalize it.
But
I
that's
feel
that's
like-
the reality of the situation.
But that's not what I'm saying.
I feel like when men level up financially, they will start to pick women that they feel like in their minds validate whatever they're doing in their life in that moment. So like if you were younger when you were broke, you're looking at it like, oh yeah, I want a mixed girl, real pretty, does Pilates and wear Lululemon and has a Suburban. And we live in
Why
Beverly
she got a
Hills
Suburban?
together.
No,
when
I'm
you get
actually
to
rocking with this.
that money that allows you to be in those rooms with those women, we're saying you're not going to pick the woman who actually loves you for who you were
That's what I just said.
before you had money. You're picking the Lululemon girl.
That's what I just
But
said.
I feel like what Nikki's saying is no matter where she's at in her life, she's always going to pick that.
There's a
black man.
loyalty. That's what I'm talking about.
But she's gonna.
But
say
she's
that-
saying regardless of what Nikki has to choose from, she's gonna go find the black man. That's what I just said.
But we're not getting upset that you guys aren't picking us. I'm not upset that you guys aren't picking us. What I'm saying
Nobody said
is
y'all
the
were
reason why you're not picking us. You're trying to make it seem like it's oh yeah, black women, y'all aren't doing this, y'all aren't doing that. And like we're falling short on something, but then turning around
Who
and
said
saying
that?
I think what's very casually being said, and that's why I'm choosing to believe that's not what's being said. But what feels like what's very casually being said is, yeah, when my dating abilities change, when what I have access to changes, I am now going to choose the ambiguous girl.
Well, I'm about to say, I ain't made it yet.
I'm saying that there is no concerted effort to date an ambiguous woman. I'm saying that as I get older and I have my options change, I have a wider pool, and in that pool there may be ambiguous women, there may be black women, there may be Asian women, there may be Mexican women. It's the truth.
So you speak in coincidence.
Yeah, yes, it's going to.
It's not a concerted effort to go get that
your
woman.
access to different women. I don't care what no one says. Any rich guy that we're talking about, what we consider rich, probably the women that they're dating now are probably not the women they could have dated when they had nothing.
Very
It's the
fair.
fact.
So that's what I'm saying. What you're saying is coincidence.
But that
We
goes
can't
back to
point-
my first question. Are your beauty standards changing?
No,
That's what I'm asking.
No, because
No, they don't. They don't change.
They don't have
Now
a
you
man mindset.
they don't know.
Okay, I have
Because
a-
y'all can get any dude at any time.
Right.
When you're younger,
Right.
you got more options. When we get more money, we get more options.
Okay, so-
Rihanna's not an option
Right.
to me because I'm not a billionaire.
Bingo.
If I was a billionaire, now Rihanna's an option to me. I could go
Bingo.
get her. That is what he's saying.
It didn't change because
It
now
didn't change.
She was bad then and she's bad now.
Yes, I just couldn't get with her at the bottom.
Exactly.
Is that rocket
Well,
science?
no,
You're still very casually saying what I said you're saying.
That we are.
No,
We're
we're not.
agreeing.
It's almost like, I'll give you.
No, because
I'll
you're
give
saying
you-
is it changed because he got rich.
Right.
What we're saying is he was already liking
Now
her,
I
but
can
he
get
could
it.
go
I
get
get
her.
access to it.
I will give
differently.
you the inverse. So a black woman, very beautiful, at 22 years old, typically is going to pick, if she's going to get a guy, any guy she wants, she's going to choose a black man every time.
No.
Yes, she is. Like, she is. That's the
22, she's not
predominant.
picking
Yo,
nobody.
let me tell you something.
I'm telling you, if
Go
she,
where that
if,
chicken at.
if a
Yeah.
woman, if a
Where
woman
the chicken at?
is,
Where that chicken
Chris, I
at?
got to
Thank
respond to
you.
that. No, I want all the guys to answer this room. If you ever dated a girl who was, let's call her 7 and above, how many of these girls have dated a Rodrigo, a Puerto Rican, a Dominican? Chris, somebody that's in their world that they're like Spanish, like they have some Enrique in their lives.
You know what? I'll say.
Thank you.
At least one.
Thank you.
But no, we gotta assess the reality too. Majorly speaking, black women tend to date black men when they're younger. They do. They
But we
be
give
with
Bruno
black
Mars
men.
some pussy.
We can't. But
on,
but
give me-
no. But we
okay.
can't speak to just the minorities here. We've seen it.
cokehead.
Well, I
Wait,
can't say we
who's
haven't
Bruno
seen
Mars?
it. We've seen it on each end.
He funny, bro.
But
he
the
mixed?
majority speaking, we choose each other. Is that wrong?
For real? Oh shit.
We choose each other. Yeah. Again, I see this grew. I guess it's supposed to grow. It's a podcast.
No, Nikki, but you know what the problem is with this statement is just the rich man. That's be y'all focus. Y'all the only reason why it's a concern to y'all is because he's rich.
No, it was about me because of who I date.
That's the topic line.
No, I know, but I'm saying
Why aren't we talking about the broke black man that dates the trailer trash white
He
chick?
doesn't matter.
well because this topic was about that. We can go there if you want to. Because I again date whoever you are in love with, whoever
Yes.
loves you for you.
Love is love,
And
six.
I don't mean that. what I do very much mean is like I only date black men. I don't care if you date interracially, it's none of my business. As long as you are being treated well, respected, you feel like you are being loved, all those good things, and you're not I don't care. Like if you found love and she just happens to be not cool, I truly do not care if you were being treated well. But no, that sounded
It sounded
great.
like you don't care.
That
I know what you meant, but it sounded like I don't care how you're being
if I
treated.
wrote that down, there'd be a comma
Yeah.
in between those two
yeah,
statements,
yeah. Okay.
but you can't hear the comma.
Right, got you.
So as
It's
long
there,
as you're
though.
being treated well,
Got you.
I don't care. It's a better way to say that out loud. But no, I think it's the same thing. When rich, poor, whatever, young, old, black men are like, I like white women. Cool if it stops there. But once you say because,
Yes.
let's fight. Right? Like if you say, yo, I'm really just attracted to blonde hair, blue eyed women. If that's the end of your statement,
He can't give you his reason though.
no. If your reason has anything to do with me,
Yeah.
if your reason is because black women don't do A, B, and C,
Yeah.
if your reason is because in some way they're morally superior, if it's looks wise superior, great. If that's just a culture you like, if you just happen to love green bean casserole,
Look at Rose.
like
Nobody likes green bean casserole.
I've had a good green bean casserole.
I've
I
never-
hold
don't-
you.
You know what
Say it.
though?
No.
I
Say
just think like I know over time it could probably affect a lot more people, but in the instance, and I'm having that conversation, I'm thinking that, and if someone's asking me that, and quote like, say I was dating a white John, I was like, yeah, because like, why would it be like, why would it matter to you so much? Like, why is it personal?
Ego.
Like, why are you internalizing it? And then, like, because I said black, like, if you know what you do and you know you get to it and you like black men, and like, that don't got nothing to do with you.
I think
you know what I'm saying. Unless you're speaking for all black women, you know what I'm saying. Like, are you an advocate for all black women? Then yeah. But if not, then it's not personal. It shouldn't be taken personal.
Fly, let it fly.
I think for that question for them, I think there's a scarcity around good black men. I think that's what comes into mind when they run into that. They think it's another
Also,
one.
programming,
What is
man.
it?
I have to say,
Social
me
media got us
personally,
fucked up.
I agree with your statement. I've never cared about it on an individual level because I haven't had a problem having men attracted to me.
Talk your shit,
Who wanna
B.
date me,
Yeah.
seriously, right? Of all races. But I look at it because I care about my people.
That's
And
what I'm
I
saying.
know-
Like in
and
the
I
long
know,
run, I care about my people. I care about
my
like
people,
damn,
and I care
like
about preserving a black family too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like it starts with those areas where people are not choosing with good intentions. You know, they're doing it from a hurt place.
Yeah,
they,
be trauma.
I always say, do not date in spite of. That's in any form of fashion. You know what I'm saying? Date, marry someone that you love, that you actually have a connection with, chemistry. You know, you can build a family with. But that's not always the case. That's not always the case, unfortunately, in our culture because
In
of
all cultures, it's
historical-
not just us.
facts. There's a lot of shit going up against this, man. There's just a lot of like.
I wanted to throw this in there because when you were talking, you said the word internalize. Like, why do you internalize that? Like, why does it matter to you, right? And it's kind of a similar thing to why they started to have to make, or there's been a more focus on making Barbies that look like us, right? When you're a kid, it was either, the black Barbie was either, low quality or it was just white Barbies everywhere and white baby dolls and everything like that, right? So I think what it is, it doesn't matter on a personal level, like between, us individuals, but on a larger scale, if my daughter's growing up and all she sees is these niggas can be dark as night, but none of their wives look like me. None of their wives look like my baby. I think that's why people start to be like, well, why they always get the light-skinned woman, or why they always get the black adjacent woman?
I think that starts in the crib.
To my daughter.
Starts in the house.
I think it's also about what's promoted too.
I think maybe they're not having sex enough.
Say, what?
I'm trying to get us off this topic. He done sold y'all to 2 minutes, more than 10 minutes.
Oh, I didn't even know that. My phone.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, damn.
That was a good transition.
I thought so, Willie. So nobody's gonna throw me an alley-oop here. Y'all just want to keep talking.
Well, no, like I think if we're talking about habits, that goes with age range too. Like 5-7 years younger, honey, if you need 4 to 5 times a day, Auntie does not have that for you.
Hold on.
Man, let's just
4
go
to
around
5
the room.
times
Oh, you
a
got a
day.
clip.
I got a clip for y'all,
4
man.
to 5 times. Baby.
Hold on, I got a clip.
We have things to do.
Yeah, we got things to do is have sex. That's what we got to do.
5 times a day.
Facts. You admitted, man. Shit. That should be straight.
Right,
Can
there
I,
you
can
go.
I play the clip? Can I play the clip? Thank you.
It's your shit.
Thing that all these women have going on. I mean, I don't knock women for feeling proud and for wanting to have, that girl power and holding things over him, but no, you've got to give it up, ladies. I please my man in every way, all the ways. Wake him up, he gets to nut. Before he leaves out the door, he's leaving empty nuts. At work, I am calling him like, come outside, it's your lunch break, it's time for you to get your nut off. When he gets home, he's getting fed, he is getting another nut, and one before bed, or 2 if he's lucky. That's it, that's the secret.
I say 2 things.
I make sure that my man nuts.
Clip finish.
No, shit is horrible. We get it.
All right.
Can I just say one thing? Can we stop putting all that music behind these clips like that?
I don't know why they picked that
Every
music.
clip don't need goddamn music. And this qualities to nut show. I think we all can agree on that. Every nut ain't the same.
True.
These are
Thank
facts.
you. The fuck is y'all talking about? All right. So if your man needs 4 to 5 nuts a day, you ain't giving it up like you should be. I'm sorry.
Drain them out. Sorry.
Talk your shit, BB. All right, y'all go ahead. That's all that is.
I'm tired.
Is 4 to 5 times a day feasible?
Are all of them quality?
6 is funny.
I might have 4 to 5 in Bermuda. I don't know.
Take you to Bermuda first to let you find out, right? I get it.
But at home, darling, where these bills exist, where downstairs need to be vacuumed, where dinner you gonna expect.
Alfred vacuums on his own though.
but still, I don't like how often we missing spots.
That's the name of my bag.
What about you, Dean? 4 to 5 times.
It's too much.
2 to 3.
90-minute boy.
Every day?
Yeah. 2 to 3 would be fine.
Every day?
2 to 3 every day.
I can do 2 to 3 every day.
I'm 1 a day, bro.
Every day?
I'm 1 a day.
One a day is fair.
1 a day. I'm 1 a day.
Not 2 to 2?
Every
Yeah, that
day?
would be. Yeah, if I could, yeah, I
At
would.
some point, you're shooting.
If you wait. No. That's the point.
to
If you
3
could, we're saying,
No, I'm
is it
saying
feasible?
I got a kid. I have nobody to watch her sometimes. That's the only thing
Is it
stopping.
feasible? So it's not feasible.
That's what I'm saying. If it was, yeah, 2 to 3.
What
So
I,
no.
no, wait, let me make it. Okay, so hold
Feasible
on.
is for reality.
Yeah, would I like to have sex 4 to 5 times a day? I don't hate that idea, but I have things to do.
I mean, they could be quickies too, though. Like, you could have one real good one and then a couple of quickies.
You guys still like quickies at this age?
No, baby.
I know.
I'm just saying,
Quickie,
but
quickies
I'm
done. Y'all are bugging. Quickies are necessary.
No, I'm not a good. I'm
No,
not,
not on a regular
there
basis.
are people who
Not
make
on a regular
it fit
basis.
Got 2
their
kids running
lifestyle.
around. 15 minutes. Come on, let's go.
Well, fair.
Wow.
But again, it changes because that's fair for y'all. Y'all have like
We ain't doing all that rubbing and looking in each other's eyes.
Yeah.
Child is running around the house right now. Come
Sometimes
on.
you
I got
gotta get in
15
there.
minutes till
good for
these nuggets
one
are
good
done.
section at
Necessary,
night.
but they're not necessary all the time.
I'm not a big
Definitely
quickie person.
sneaking in the closet.
These nuggets gonna be done in 20 minutes. That's how long we got.
What you got, bro? 4 to 5?
Hey man, I've done 4 to 5,
Yeah,
but
they ain't
like,
here wilding like
On a
that.
regular basis though?
How old were you?
yeah, man. Honestly,
Kai Infinite. Infinite. Come on, man. Drop a bomb. Infinite.
All right. What's the most sex y'all have had in one day?
Ooh. How early 20s?
Be honest.
I went to Georgia.
Oh, I thought I heard somebody say 10. Go
Mine's
ahead.
3.
3. Dean.
Well, I'm about to say 3 different girls and some, a couple times. Yeah.
No, I've done that. No, I've done that. I've done that. Every guy's got to do that at least once.
Look, Matt is
You
such a
don't have
nice
to.
guy.
Yes, you do.
You don't have to.
You should
Yes,
get
you-
that
Chris,
off at least
Come
once.
on, even thank you, Chris. Even
Kai.
political Chris said you got to get 3 in one
Political.
day.
Kai, what's the most sex you had in a day, bro?
shit, probably like 4.
See, triple double, no assist.
Yeah.
No, you got to. Every guy
Yeah.
needs a day where you can see
At
how
least
many
like-
jinks you
No.
can hit in one day.
Like 4
Nikki,
5.
Nikki, come on, Nikki, come on, Nikki.
I would absolutely never.
Different
I
girls.
just said sex, but they talking about girls.
Same day?
But I'm saying,
Yeah, say
Oh.
different girls.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I feel like
How many?
every guy has done that.
Probably like 2.
Okay, I've done 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, same day.
Yeah.
Why you
Chris?
looking at me?
Featherson, say the Featherson.
3.
Thank you.
So, can
2.
the women get the same question?
Exactly.
Y'all can if you
I
want.
mean, but it's not the same.
Y'all are hiding from this.
no.
Y'all are so scared.
Liddy,
Nah,
save us. How many have you had in one?
Liddy,
day?
don't do it.
Now they go ahead.
Wait, how many guys?
Hold on, stop. Let's center.
Gets quiet on
How many guys? I guess how many guys in one day?
That's what I'm asking.
Zay.
Start with 6.
How many guys in one day?
Don't
Zay?
do it, Zay. Your man is in the room.
I'm just,
You don't need to know this, bro. Okay, no,
yeah,
man,
hold
that's
on.
not. That's,
but we talk. Like,
Don't do this, Zay. No, we don't want to hear that.
No, because why would I be ashamed? Like, no. Why would I be ashamed?
your shit.
Let's bring
back when I
Shane
was in
back.
college.
Oh,
Wait,
my
wait.
God.
There we go.
Back
I
when
love
I
the
was
back
in
in
college.
college.
No, I don't want to hear it.
Yes.
Mic integrity.
Back in college is
Back
like
when I was
Forrest
in
Gump.
college.
Mic integrity.
There is
He's a
this
good
one
mic.
time I dropped acid.
good.
I'm just playing. I would say probably like two guys. It was
Liddy.
that.
Liddy. Bring the light mic to Liddy.
Look, Kyle said cap.
Cal.
Lord.
Oh, you gotta think about it.
No, whoa.
Give her some time.
No, okay. 2 people in the same day is my max, right? However, not my max like this is a regular thing. No, I'm saying that's the most that's ever happened, but that's only because the first one he didn't scratch the itch. He didn't scratch
That's
the itch.
how I
had
did
a-
it.
Damn, that
That's my
sucks.
nigga.
What I
your shit
had.
not to count.
Just to see. Just
It counted.
That's fucked up.
All right, V.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that was a very long time ago. Oh, only.
I feel like when you do those things, that
Okay.
helps you become more
Elliot.
monogamous later.
Oh, I got 2.
Think 2.
You do. You get it out of your system.
Fellas, y'all want
Nah,
to 2?
speaking of that, nah, never mind.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, give
We
it
here
up.
now.
Nah, not even. Yo, I
Matt-
said
Matt
some
only
shit
one?
the other day. I was
Such a
like,
good guy, Matt.
yo.
Come on, y'all.
I was being upfront with my girl. I was like, yo, listen. To be honest, I know like we both do the same thing. We both make music. We both like, gonna be around people, like I'm gonna communicate this to you now. Like I'm gonna definitely be talking to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to say, you gotta say that shit, bro, because like later down the line, you can't come at me and say I didn't say nothing. Or like you ain't know what this was, you ain't know what you signed up for. You know what I'm saying? And then I give her the same grace, like because it can't just be one sided, but communication.
That's where he different. That's where he different.
You gotta communicate.
He said,
whoa,
no, we're gonna go there. He said, I'm probably going to talk to other people. Gave her a choice, was upfront, open, honest about what he needs. Then he said, I'm also going to give her the same grace
on the front end.
Yeah, because I listen. The same way my girl, like the same way she's online, like posting bikini pics and shit like that. Like there's niggas looking at her. There's niggas in her DM, and there's what I'm saying. The same way women is probably looking at me, and she's probably thinking the same way. It's just she probably won't say it like that. Like I will. You know what I'm saying? She won't say the insecure part about how she feel. You know what I'm saying? She gonna just be like, never mind, I'm not gonna say nothing. We already talked about it. Like she's gonna be passive about it, and I'm like, I already know what it is. Like, nah, I'm just communicate this shit to you now. Like, I'm gonna be around all these people. I'm gonna be around gay people. I'm gonna be around all types of people, women, niggas, like anybody of all types of sex and orientation. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to be okay with that shit. Like,
hold that, bro. Hold that.
So we agree as a pod, 4 to 5 times is not feasible.
No, that's too much. Like,
yeah, that's some young people.
That's a lot.
That's when you don't got a lot going on. You ain't got nothing going on.
When are you getting anything done?
One good session a day is all.
Yeah, give it that marathon. You don't need 4 or 5 times.
Even if it's not a marathon, just make it quality.
Give it a marathon.
I got an argument with somebody with the fact that I say I don't even do morning sex.
You gotta be good at that shit.
No, I'm with 6 on that. In the morning, I got habits. I got a routine.
I got
shit to
No,
do.
I don't, wait, you're not with 6 on that. 6 don't mind morning sex.
No,
Morning
what?
sex is
You got shit to do or you don't.
no.
6 is non-congruent on half of her
No,
things.
but I make my schedule. So if
you built in morning
if I
sex.
see at 7:30, it might be. Let me go ahead and move my computer at.
Well, you can move that. You can move that 15-minute meditation.
That's
I'm gonna meditate while I'm in there.
I'm
The
not with
coffee
morning
can
sex.
wait.
Morning sex is fire. I'm always a fan of in the middle of the day. I might be doing something, just come distract me for a little bit. That's
No, the good surprise is good
I'm
too.
always for the little,
Like if we're in the house and we're cleaning up something and we're both in the midst of something and all of a sudden it's like, you know what? Stop.
Hey, what you doing?
I'm basic. I'm basic 6. I get it.
You got to text them like, hey, come upstairs real fast.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a secret.
I'm always
10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
If my
tell
phone
niggas
ding
don't.
off and it's like, come back here real quick, I'm hype. I get hype instantly. I don't know what y'all on.
Niggas be geek.
I be like, I'm on a call.
I'm telling you.
Niggas be skipping up the
Click on
stairs.
the way back there. Yeah.
It works. Like if you upstairs doing something, your man's downstairs, just text him, yo. Come upstairs. Let me
you
tell
be
you a
hype.
secret right
Be
fast.
smiling like shit.
You gonna hear him fall
One minute
over
we
his
were
feet.
routine and regimen. Now we're skipping, moving things around. Shit, bro.
I'm about to say, especially you
No,
already got
that's-
one out the way.
That's
Then you
why
know
I'm
it's
saying
home.
we
She only
can't
knows
have
coming.
4 to 5.
Now you
She
know
be tired as fuck.
Now
Damn,
y'all
nigga.
know who doesn't get it 4 to 5 times a day? A broke boy.
No, they don't.
Are they hard to be around? I wouldn't know.
Argument.
They don't move you that way.
Oh no.
They may not move you that way.
Why not? Why not?
I'm about to say because these broke niggas be clapping cheeks. Out
They
here.
do.
Don't lie on my podcast. 6. Ray always has time. Ray can give it to you 4 to 5 times a day.
And that's the problem with Ray Ray. Go find something to do. Right?
I found you.
That's what he's doing. You are something. You're sponsoring his life.
always on the game.
Y'all hate the game so much.
No, I don't hate the. Nah, I
When
don't
you
hate
get
the
older, you
game.
can be like, damn, my man's in the house playing the game. He not in the streets.
If you play in the game, I can see you.
Yeah. I know exactly where he is. That nigga is transported himself to. He is in Caldara. He is chilling.
My nigga Kadeem told me one time, he's like, yo, I bought a PS5 and everything. I'm just sitting in the house.
I'm just in the house. Like, what else do you want me to do?
That was just like,
Just respect me. I'm in here being monogamous as I can be. I'm playing the game.
But I think that it's not even a lot of times when we talk about not wanting to be with broke niggas no more. It's part of it's because they broke. That's not all of it. Y'all don't like yourselves,
Okay.
and y'all are mean.
You said y'all like, oh my God, damn. I was like, when did I become broke? I know.
No, when you're broke, right? Like, would you not
mind it.
agree? There's a difference
I
in
want
your
people to think-
personality
Yes,
now that you're
there
comfortable.
is.
I think when I was broke, I was, like it says, related to age. I was supposed to be. And that was all relative because I don't think I was broke among my peers at that time either.
I've been broke
We
before.
know you're an outlier,
No,
but either way,
I've been broke
I'm just
before.
saying.
I've
do
been
you
broke.
feel like you were a different person then?
Yes.
Like, so you were less fun to be around.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a lot of it for some people.
We were fun.
No. I mean, I think that when we were younger, though,
To a woman, were you fun?
See, I don't even know because when I met
it's a
Willie,
difference.
look, when I met Willie, he had an M3, I had an Audi. I don't know if we were broke. We were broke.
But I do feel like you're right though. I mean, like but we were younger, so like it's like
That's what I'm
James
saying,
said.
relative.
It's relative because my experiences weren't that great. So I thought the idea of a Good Friday night was a Blockbuster or Olive Garden or something like that. I know.
God, we're old.
We are very
red
old.
box.
Yes. They still have those.
But you think about it, so it is kind of relative. I would say though, like it could be a lot different if like you probably had something or had a career and then had like something was to happen, because then you start to understand what you're missing out on.
Yeah.
And I do think those guys are probably less fun to be around because they're probably more in like preservation mode.
But even if you're relatively appropriately broke, right? Like, y'all still don't like, especially now that you have the internet. Especially now that you can get on and see the outlier or the scammer of men who are pretending to have this whole life together.
So, but I have a question.
Yeah, I don't pay
but I
attention to that
have a question. This
Well,
is
you're
to the
already
women in the
rich.
room. I've always wondered, how do women go from, like, I can understand a woman being with a broke guy like in her early age, but how do you ever go from like actually being with the guy that has things, that has resources, that's like professional, whatever the case may be, whatever your standard is of like a guy that's really doing it? How do you go from that to a broke guy?
I think some of those women, because I'm not speaking for me, but I think some of those women are doing that because they might have been with a guy who had something, but he wasn't really maybe good to them. So they just like, well, let me try this because I haven't tried this before, you know.
I'm gonna
Thinking
spice
that
this
they'll
up.
get what they're missing. That's not good, but that's, I think.
And a lot of
It's
times,
about when it happens like that, it's about how the woman was being treated while she was with the good guy. You're not the good guy, but you know, whoever was better on paper. Right? That guy was probably shysty to her. Maybe she felt like she was emotionally neglected or abused or whatever. And then you meet Jody, who's so nice, and he brings you snacks and he dicks you down properly. So that's how that goes.
I have a hot take once day's done.
That's kind of like
Jody.
the pretty girls that purposely date like ugly guys, or like, yeah, that's like that.
I feel like sometimes women be skipping steps and dating, and you almost be dating that rich nigga yet anyway.
I agree with it.
I feel like sometimes women skip steps.
I don't even want to
in
agree
dating.
with 6, but I have to.
Actually,
I
I
I
agree
feel-
with that.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes we come out the gate and think, I hate the word worthy or deserving, but we come out the gate and
Entitled.
think that we are prepared,
I like that.
prepared
Entitled.
for men who are out of our league.
Yes.
Simply because, and oftentimes simply because you're pretty, right? But you can't communicate with a fucking grape, but you think you're supposed to be dating
Yeah.
a man who's busy all the time because he has money, and you think you're prepared for that, and you're not. So you get in the space because of how you look, maybe, or you're able to maneuver, and you have skipped steps. Like, I know we joke about Ray Ray and them, but you kind of do need a Ray Ray. Like, you
I
need,
agree
there's
with
certain
that.
things that you do have to experience. Like,
I agree with that.
it's levels to this, and you need to hit each level, or you get a beside yourself, and then you got to go back.
I wish I
Duality.
had somebody like you back because when I was 19, I started dating this 35-year-old, and he had don't judge me, don't judge me.
I'm judging him. He was the adult.
Was it Marcus Houston?
No, it wasn't.
Lydia
I was legal, but no, like I was
Oh,
19, and he had like, and I had went out to Texas for like a summer, and I was in Texas, and he had like this beautiful house. His kids were like my age or a little bit older, put them
What
through
the
college.
fuck?
Like he had cars, but I was like treated and pampered. I was very well taken care of. Like he always had me in something to drive. When he would go on his trips, he would leave me at the house. So me and my cousin were there. But it was like I was not in that relationship. There was no validation for me, and I was kind of just there. Like I wasn't able to
Didn't have a
communicate with
purpose.
him. I didn't have a purpose other than sex. You know what I'm saying? So like, even if I would say stuff and maybe I was saying stuff that was valid, it was never valid to him. So,
What you think, bro?
oh, okay. Yeah, I was.
Oh man, this is just life, man. It's duality, bro. It's just contrast, man. It's just so much. Just this finite, infinite possibilities to this shit. I don't really know. I have a lot of life to live. You know what I'm saying? I'm still experiencing shit, but yeah, man. I say get it how you can.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, getting where if you know that you're getting in where you're fitting in, that's one thing, right? I still think it's strange, but that's one thing. But women will meet a man who is light years ahead of them.
Yeah.
And not even in just status, just in their brain. And think, well, I should have this because everyone says this is what you should look for in a man. Okay, but are you what we should look for in a woman? Like, and you need to date your maturity level. And I think people miss that part sometimes because we tell them everything else except, hey, you have to take responsibility for your behavior and for the things that you do. So it can be equally yoked. Equally yoked isn't just about money.
But that's kind of hard. Also, when that man who is light years ahead of you, just because he may be well off does not always make that man a good person. So when that man is telling you like, oh yeah, you're mature for your age, or I don't mind being with you because you're 19 and I'm however age, like in your mind, you're thinking you're light years ahead of whoever else is in your age category. So you're thinking in that moment because you haven't had anybody to tell you like, hey, this is not the space for you, that you belong in that space. It's kind of like the opposite of imposter syndrome. It's like, it's kind of weird.
Reference point. Everybody got a different reference point.
Yeah.
Of like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like you probably have friends that haven't experienced that. To have someone like, you know, give them whips and shit and take care of them and shit, and all you gotta do is just show up. You feel me? Like some people probably gotta work for that shit.
And how women actually like show up. Like when you're 19 and you experience that, you're experiencing it more like an experience like in a short term. You're not really sure what the outcome is going to be. Right. I do think like what Six says, like if you now meet a guy in your older age and now your intentions are more marriage, if you do meet that same guy, the way you move with him is different. The way you tap into him is different. Even the things you're willing to tolerate. I hate how certain women like think they have this bar and it's like linear across the board. The things you tolerate from certain type of men is going to change. Just like what you said about talking to your girl. Hey, this is how my life is moving. This is what may happen. Hey, some women are actually going to say, yeah, I understand that he's an artist. This is going to happen. I'm going to accept it. But if you said that on my way to Burger King, like, nigga, there's a lot of people going through the drive-thru. There's a lot of Whoppers being sold. You can be like, no, nigga, I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm with Six. Like, it really does depend on when you meet that guy and your ability to really tap into him based on what you want the outcome to be.
Because you cannot be in your hot girl summer out here like Megan, thinking that you're supposed to be like on a house on a hill.
That's where niggas get fucked up, man. You look at the internet, man. You gotta stay off that shit, man.
Yeah,
you gotta stay
that shit is fraudulent.
Meg is down 20 pounds though.
Meg look fire. I ain't gonna hold you or fold you.
Facts. I think dangin'. When she threw that first pitch,
nigga.
That had to be jelly.
And you know they got that angle on purpose, bro.
But they got the greatest angles.
Yeah.
They know
that cameraman was so close on the picture hugging her.
Yo,
I'm telling y'all, he whispered in her ear.
He knew what he was doing.
He was like,
man, that glove heavy, y'all. The glove heavy.
The glove is heavy. Is that what it was?
He was in her ear like, I make $300 million.
Guaranteed.
Exactly.
My contract's money.
Guaranteed. No matter what they do to me.
The league will take care of you. The white money. No, sir.
Ken Griffey's still getting paid from the Reds.
MLB. Ladies, if you must be a gold digger.
I don't have a lot on this subject. I just wanted to shout Meg out. She looked good.
Facts.
She looked good.
She gonna say what you wanted to say.
She stopped.
That is what I wanted to say. She looked good.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't super. I mean, before she was okay, but now she looked good. She looked good.
All right.
And Meg, dating the baseball player is definitely better than dating the rapper.
100%. It's not even
because now they may be attracted to you now that you're down 20 pounds.
Black baseball players exist.
Willie said that shit.
They do.
Black baseball players exist, William.
But there's Spanish ones too.
Spanish people come in black.
Did y'all see a lot of baseball players dating the chicks in high school? Were they really pulling in high school?
I didn't see
Honestly,
it.
no.
I went to
Why?
See, I don't know because I went to
They were
school with a
white?
dude that was the #1 overall draft pick, and he was. I mean, he only messed with white girls, but he definitely was.
Yeah, they were white.
Oh my God!
Coming from
Only
DeKalb
white girls?
County?
Justin Upton, yeah, for sure.
Coming from
He
DeKalb
liked that.
County, there were not a lot. The girls weren't going for the baseball players or the golf club or the chess.
That's
team.
where
They
the
weren't-
money is.
Yeah, they weren't going for that.
Yeah, they're not.
When I was a child, I thought as a child.
There goes it.
Right now that I am older.
When I was in high school, Justin's brother already played in MLB too. BJ's in the major league. Yeah, so they was, he had the big Escalade with the TV in it already. He was like that dude.
already knew.
Yeah. He was gonna be #1 anyway. So Gatorade
So-
American Player of the Year type stuff.
That's to say, everyone start getting into sports you may not be into, because you might learn something. Get into baseball.
The footballers, no, so you gotta say football. Footballers.
Yeah, you gotta learn the language.
Yeah, footballers and the baseball players.
And fellas, if you
Football.
want to make it equal, the WNBA.
No.
These ladies might be coming up. I don't know.
No,
I don't know. They
we
might
will-
be coming up.
Now I'm glad you said that. We will. This is like our last topic. We kind of breezed through them. Y'all, we gotta work on the timing. But Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, NCAA women's basketball tournament was superb this year. I don't know if
9
y'all
million viewers.
Yeah, they a lot of people watched. I watched a lot more of those games than the men's games.
One hell of money.
Yeah, you know. Are y'all familiar with what happened with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark?
Yes.
Caitlin, my fault. I don't know why I keep reading that back.
I don't know why either.
Yeah, my fault. It's not your writing, it's me. I read it. What did I say? Caitlin?
You did.
Katniss Everdeen.
She would have been Caitlyn if she would have won. It's okay.
You got to earn your
She
name.
Caitlyn today.
Okay, yeah. Well, she was hitting everybody with the John Cena all tournament. You know what I
Tony
mean?
Yayo.
Tony Ayo, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Tony Yayo.
Who made it
Yayo.
famous first?
Tony Yayo. John Cena said he got it from him.
Okay. If y'all say
Respect.
that, then respect. The Tony Yayo. Can't see
Song
me.
about it.
All right, guys. Jesus. Caitlin is a dog on the court. That is not a slur or an insult.
I was about to say, is that even 2023 appropriate?
No. See, that's equality, Willie. When we say, "Oh, that kid's a dog," that means he's like that. She's like that.
Equality. But keep going.
That's equality. That's equality. That's real equality. Angel Reese is also a dog.
But Caitlin's been talking shit all season.
She has been talking
like
shit
to
all
everyone.
tournament. Yes.
To everyone. She's an equal opportunity.
What is
You are
y'all's
in Caitlin's way.
reaction to how the media portrayed Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark's for the same remarks?
Used to it.
Well, basically, what happened? In case you're unfamiliar,
I think everybody's familiar with this. Go ahead.
everyone here with us is familiar.
I think everybody on the internet
Oh, okay.
too. This is a big deal.
I have opinion on it. Like you said, Caitlin had been talking, but that's what athletes do when they're in a competitive mode when they're playing. It's just that how it's perceived when a black person shows any form of confidence in themselves or even cockiness. It's like, be quiet, you're wrong, stay in your place, you know, and you need to be punished if you get out of that place, which is just slavery, you know, tactics that they used on slaves back then that they are still using now because of the way they view us as people, especially black women. So that's my thoughts.
And the way they infantilized Caitlin. They were almost protecting her.
Victimizing her.
Nothing happened to her. And
She
she
probably got
didn't
a lot
care.
of money.
Yeah, I'm
in
about to
it,
say
too.
she didn't care either.
She didn't care. So they were like, "Oh, you're attacking this white girl, this poor little girl."
I say, did she even say anything?
She didn't even pay attention. She didn't pay attention. She's so used to it, and she knew how it happened.
Which makes you think like it's disrespectful to her too, because
Right.
like you're not respecting me as an athlete. You know, like I can't take competitiveness.
It's disrespect
You
to
know?
the sport for
Yeah.
that reason.
Yeah.
It's like they're just as competitive. Like Kadeem just said, they were more interesting to watch than the men. I've heard a lot of men say that their tournament
You guys keep talking.
their tournament was much more interesting this year than the men's was. So if that's the case, then let them behave that way. Like they're competing against one another.
I think it's a media problem more than anything. But the media also, even though it's toxic and negative towards us, it also will help viewership too. Even negativity will drive
promo.
viewership. So
It's
I think
all
it's more of a
promo.
media problem.
It's all
Because
promo.
if you look at the game, they weren't fighting, they weren't hurting each other.
It's
They
all
played the
promo,
game.
bro.
Somebody lost, somebody won.
Until the victor go to spoils.
All of it, bro. All of it promo, bro. That's why I don't even watch TV no more, bro.
I
It's
ain't
all
with you.
promo, bro.
I ain't mad at you, bro.
When niggas just be fake arguing, bro, it's all promo, bro. Yo, like I know some shit that goes on in this shit, bro. Like they be paying niggas in this shit to beef with niggas. Thousands of dollars, like 50,000, 100,000.
beef with niggas?
Yes, they fake beef. They go to these media outlets, like, you know what I'm saying? They pay these niggas to start up fake beef, and niggas don't even like have never even talked to each other, never done a song, don't even know who each other is. You know what I'm saying? But they be beefing. You know, it's
It's
like,
like Gillian dialectic, controlled opposition. Been doing that for years.
yeah, bro. It's like it's promo.
So we should do Love and Podcasting Virginia Beach.
So we should do Love and
Love and
Podcasting Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach. Should we go pitch that?
Did you smoke a whole rock this morning or half?
What's that in reference to?
Yeah, I don't know what that's in reference to.
She's saying like the promo of Toxicity on Purpose.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at this nigga. It's like, huh?
No, I mean this shit just sells, bro. People, the thing is that shit sells because it's not you. It's not you going through the trouble. It's not you going through the problems and shit. And you're just a spectator.
so you think it kind of helps us deal with our lives when we see other people like struggling or being abused or
Definitely.
supposedly?
Yes.
I can get with that.
Did
Yeah.
y'all see the Idris Elba Hot Ones interview? when he ate the hot wings. The
And he
viral-
coughed?
and
He's
like
been on-
coughing, yeah. On that, I watched the whole interview and he was
Hot
talking
Ones is a
ab-
great show. I love Hot Ones.
It is a good show. But he was talking about how reality TV has truly changed the perspective between the consumer, people watching, and actors, musicians, and different things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, why would I keep up with you, an actor who I know what you do in your craft, but I don't know who you are in real life when I have Jocelyn Hernandez over here spilling out her whole life. And it's kind of weird how trauma and other people's pain has become a spectacle for entertainment,
Comedy.
especially in America.
That's why you feel it.
True crime, like I used to be a big listener to true crime, but then it's like when you think about it, these are people's actual lives, like people, they're victims in their families. So I definitely agree with you, Kai.
Yeah, man. Niggas is selling trauma, bro.
And we have learned about Angel because of this. I feel like she probably was tweeting all these things before. I don't take her as a timid person at all. I think everyone, like you guys are saying, are just paying much more attention to her now. Like, could you imagine being her grandmother? Both of her kids won. Both of her grandchildren, because her cousin Jordan Hawkins won the men's. Imagine her grandmother at home, like, yeah, my grandbabies. You know, that's every Saturday we do it. Like,
Products of me.
listen, my lineage.
That power.
Y'all got anything else?
What you think about it, bro? If your daughter was Angel, in that
You asking me?
yeah, if your daughter
My
was Angel
daughter's
in that
too girly
situation,
to
what
play
would you tell her?
basketball. I can't see her playing basketball at all.
If. What would you tell her?
Let's say she was a prima ballerina and she won at Juilliard, and at Juilliard,
That I don't know. I'm gonna go with Chris's example. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'd be super proud. And to the victor, go to sports. I don't care about all that.
No, I'm talking about the media too, because you see, what's her
handled
name?
herself well in the
People
media.
talking about her and all that kind of stuff.
No, she handled herself well. She know what come with it. Just like I say everything about, when people be celebrities and they da-da-da-da, you're going to be a role model. People watching you. And what she said was super on point and poignant. Like, it's people that look like me that are going to resonate with my message. Like, this girl is allowed to do whatever she want on the court because she don't look like me. So when I do it, it's scrutinized differently, and we putting a spotlight on that. And I'm the winner.
I think when they come at us for boasting, I think they're already establishing how much higher they truly believe that we are. I think they're already establishing
we
that.
supposed to be
It's
humble.
almost like me beating up a 13-year-old and boasting. It would be like, nigga, what? You already know.
Then they
that
try
I'm
to
better
compare
than you.
size because Caitlin's like 6 foot and she like
Yeah.
6. Like, come on, man.
That's
It
such
don't-
old tactics.
Yeah, like, come on, relax, bro.
And I'm proud of her for not backing down.
No,
I'm very
yeah,
proud of her
yeah.
for being like, no, I'm not going to fucking White House. I'm going to go see Michelle and
Oh.
them. I mean, she's going now because she got an apology. Like,
First
Yeah, I
of
would
all,
go.
they summed up the whole tournament over some shit niggas did with their hands.
yeah.
Facts.
Because it was a good game, and all we know about
Like-
is this.
that White House. I'm not going.
Exactly, bro. You know where they focus is, bro. They trying to start some shit up.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
They're trying to create that storyline for next season.
Exactly, bro.
Oh, no, Caitlin is a competitor, so she's
She only a
somewhere
sophomore.
She about to go to
getting
the draft.
shots up right now.
She at Iowa on a bond right
yeah,
now.
she's right now.
Is she entering the draft or no?
Shit, they both lit. They both got their followers up and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They both lit. Promo for the school, promo for the teams,
Get that NIL
promo for the
money.
tournament,
Yeah.
jersey sales, whatever the fuck. They selling. They
Angel
sold
sold
it.
out that jersey twice.
Yo,
They
boom.
both
There you
running
go.
it back.
She was got
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know
What's ironic though? Angel beat her all
Oh,
other
they do?
times while
Angel
she
got
was.
it.
Angel's a freshman.
Oh, she is.
No,
Yes.
No, she's not. She used to
Sophomore.
play at
Are you
Maryland.
about to say, 'cause she
Right,
played
right.
in a
No,
different
I'm
school.
sorry. I'm thinking of another
Yeah,
girl.
no, she used to
Yeah, she
play.
played-
at
I'm
Maryland.
thinking of the
But
little-
she's
I'm
played
thinking of the
Caitlin
rapper.
multiple times
Oh,
and
yeah,
has
the rapper
never
that-
lost to
the
her.
Then
Right.
she played for Maryland, didn't
Yeah,
she?
Yes,
she
I'm
played
thinking
for
of the
Maryland.
rapper who's also on LSU, whose dad was a rapper in Diamond.
Yeah, she just got a song with Lil Wayne too.
Yeah.
Angel's bag went from 396,000 this year, and it's going to go up to 1.7 mil. So
Boom.
Hey, man.
I believe that's a bomb for her. Like,
Hey,
that's
man.
Promo.
Hit that shit again.
1.7.
Promo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't even be mad at it.
I even call Caitlin. Appreciate you.
Right.
Appreciate you for the storyline.
Oh, her-
It's
her
funny
bag-
though
her
You know,
bag
because
let's
went
run it
her
up
bag went
again.
up too.
Let's start a Twitter beef right now.
To y'all point, it's always, especially in America, people like they try to act like they don't love it, but it's a race thing. That's why they loved Larry Bird. He was a trash talker. College basketball was trash before Larry Bird and Magic Johnson was going at it in college.
That's a
Oh, they're
that's a
talking
great
about college when they play. They talk about the rivalry.
yeah
Yeah, that's it started then.
That's a
Yo,
great example.
you know what's
though,
gonna fuck them
because-
up though? When Angel and Caitlin become friends.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
probably
saying?
friends
But
now.
they
probably
probably
friends now.
they might be behind the scenes, but
Yeah.
they
They
might,
probably like,
they
yo, we
not
ran
gonna
this shit
keep-
up.
They're not gonna let them get that off. That's not good for them. And you know the people that eat at the end of the day, even when we going at it, the white people eat at the end of that. They get the brunt end of that bread. So it's like,
well, the
do we keep
NCAA still has the best business model.
Yeah,
of all
bro.
models,
Business
so.
gets paid before any employee. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Business gets paid first.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, on our opposition, they get the big end of the stick. So I think.
Do y'all think this translates into some WNBA success? Because the WNBA is a failing business year over year.
That shit is going down. I don't know.
Well, it's not going down because
I don't know, man. They don't got no money for it.
That's
I mean, of course, because they got to. I mean, I feel like they got to keep it alive, bro.
they operated like a negative $10 million.
That's what I'm saying. They not making no money.
The reason the WNBA and
they getting donations.
Might sound sexist. It's just the reality of it. The reason why the WNBA doesn't have the same success as women's basketball is because women's basketball is attached to men's basketball. Like they're attached to a university. Like those sales, like Duke's women and Duke boys, they go to the same Cameron indoors. They play at the same building. Like they have the same success. Like NCAA tournament is the same tournament on the other side. WNBA, they're not attached to anybody. They're not attached to any franchise. They're not like
they're attached to the NBA.
Yeah,
But it doesn't help.
They're really not though. Like they don't
Not in the same way as college.
you know what I'm saying? They don't play in the same venues or like like
they like G League teams.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's no exposure. Like the merchandise isn't sold in the same stores. None of that. Like if I go to Cameron Indoor, I can go get a Duke women's jersey right now. I can't do that.
Can't get an LA Sparks joint.
I can't do that.
Y'all know when we was younger though, when we was like young, Cheryl Swoops and all them, Lisa Leslie.
Fire.
They were used to watch that. Yeah. It used to come on TV. I used
Fire.
to watch those games.
Yeah.
I guess it was less channels back then too.
Less channels.
It was less options. No, for real.
Yeah, you're right. And they just coming out the Olympics, so that they already had a following. These
but
women,
that
they don't have a following like
Because
that.
women's soccer
It's just not getting promoted. I mean, anything that's not getting promoted is not going to do good. I feel like if it was promoted, I think, bro, there's a lot of women on this earth that love basketball. There's a lot of niggas that love watching women's basketball as well.
Y'all think the WNBA
it just needs to be
isn't known
promoted.
Like that?
It's not. When's the WNBA draft?
I don't even know.
I just know the WNBA exists. That's all you got to know.
I know. That's what I'm asking. you. When is the WNBA?
No, for
Anybody
real.
know?
Because when you know it exists, you can go look into it if you care about basketball.
Right,
I
but
watch it.
I think to his point though, like people are invested in the NBA.
Right.
Like you're invested in the
Guys, this
draft.
is the
You're
last
invested
topic
in
y'all
the
just
thing.
That's what I mean.
You saw
Why
it.
is that?
Topic we're 120.
No, like I don't know why it is. I think that we're past why. I'm hoping that because I can't argue with that. Right, it's true. I'm hoping that what's happening when women's basketball in college right now can help prop it up some more because people want to follow Angel Reese. People want to follow Caitlin Clark, right? Like how you can talk about Larry Bird and Magic Johnson from college into the NBA. Like I hope those storylines are built and maybe there's value in saying, hey, I don't know why they aren't attached. Maybe that was an overreach. Like what is the harm in having a women's Lakers basketball team? Like
Sparks.
The Sparks, but they're not.
It's not the same to Elliot's point.
Right.
But the NBA subsidizes the WNBA.
yeah, they're a business. They're a
paying
sub business.
for it.
Thank
yeah.
you.
They're an arm of them.
Yeah.
So they're not going to go away. They'll politically they can't go away.
Could just be a bone.
Politically, that's the sucky thing about it.
Yeah, because if it was a real business, it would have been.
It could just be a
Right.
bone.
Right.
Like, yo, here, like, we're going to do something for the women, but we're not really going to give a fuck about it.
It is. That's exactly
Like,
what it
But
is.
that is doing
That's
something
not-
for it. If I'm giving you the money, you got to perform. I can't give Elliot the money, and then if Elliot don't do what he need to do with the money, is it my fault?
No.
I think like with Angel Reese and the situation with Caitlyn, like because they toned their like competitive now and like performance in a sense, even outside of like how they perform in actual playing basketball, is like stuff like this. If this is carried on to women's NBA, then I think it will. It's going to naturally grow. They're going to start paying attention, maybe put more money to it. But if it stops, then everybody will this was just a moment.
Question for y'all. Y'all think there's too much fellowship in the WNBA? That might be the problem. They
Yeah,
don't have enough storylines.
The drama. There's a lot more drama in NBA. Niggas is punching niggas in the face and shit. Niggas is fighting every game. Like,
Y'all think it's too much?
women ain't
y'all
doing that. I
it's too
think,
much
yo,
sisterhood
that's
in
a
the
big part of it. Like, there's just some excitement to it.
And there's
You
more.
know what I'm
There's
saying?
more fandom. Like the relationship between fans and organizations boosts everything. Like think of it. Like if he's a Laker fan, I'm a Kings fan. When our teams play, we're beefing like the whole day. Oh, I can't wait. Let's watch the game together. Like that's already 2 viewers already. Like it's guaranteed. So Kings fans and Lakers fans are watching that game. So that's already them. Plus the outside world is, especially if it's a good game. Don't let it be a good like rivalry. Everybody's watching that game. That's just more viewership. Like WNBA has no rivalries. They have no fandom like that. You don't know. You can't name one person in here and be like, yo, I'm a Sparks fan. You don't know that. You don't know one Sparks fan.
Yeah, I'm like, where's Skylar Diggins at? I don't even, whatever
It's
team
like, we don't know
she's
who
on.
she is.
I don't
We have no idea what she is.
I think we don't allow them to be competitive because we want them to stay ladylike.
That's right. No. Chris,
That is
Chris,
exactly what
Chris,
it is. You just said the same thing.
Chris, that
So
is right.
everything, their destiny falls in everybody's hands but them. Right?
No. We're not. They're not competitive. It's too much camaraderie. It's too much
Okay.
sisterhood.
I just said
because
that.
of, and I'm agreeing with you because of the expectation of the world for women to be. No, it's still their. Chris, this is how the world works.
Okay.
Tell them how the world works.
But women have this. They think it's a scarcity thing. Like if we don't get along and if we don't continue to do this, and this is not going to thrive, we have to come together as women. No. Hate this bitch so I can decide if I like
right.
you or if I like her, and I can watch you damn near fight her every week.
And to Six's point, if you watch a WNBA game, they're not even officiated the same way. If I celebrate just a little bit too hard, that's a tech, or they tell you to stop.
Yeah.
LeBron can get in niggas, like, and he gets nothing.
LeBron starts the game throwing coke in the air.
Oh, come on.
Hyperbole.
No, Coke.
No LeBron bashing here. We don't do that.
We don't LeBron bashing here.
I'm not bashing him. I love his wife. But like,
I love it. I'm not bashing him. I love his wife. That's
he starts the
crazy.
game.
It's chalk.
All right.
We watch
Well,
niggas
guys, I don't know if y'all care, but support female athletics. I guess
Facts. Shout out to the women, man. The queens, man.
we shout out to the
Period.
women, but your league gotta support your own. Like I'm a big proponent of like the women's USA team. Like they deserve more money than the men's. They're more competitive. They win more. They're better. I watch more of their games than I watch the US. The US men's soccer team.
You talking about all teams?
No, I'm talking about the U.S. men's versus soccer. No,
Just
yeah,
soccer.
just
right?
soccer, brother.
Okay, because it sounded crazy.
No, that did sound crazy. No, just soccer. But the U.S. women's soccer team, they like that.
They're so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they deserve to get paid more.
They do.
But that's what, women be like, no, we deserve to get paid more because we're women. We deserve to get.
There's more revenue share 'cause they bring in more viewers.
It's about revenue.
There
It's
it
about
is.
business. There we go. That's why I'm a proponent of that. So, figure out the WNBA thing, man, because what they did for the women's NCAA tournament this year was great. I watched a lot of those games. Shout out to South Carolina. Shout out to NSU, too, even though they got thumped.
Yeah.
We didn't get stumped. Don't do that.
Y'all got thumped. It's okay.
Don't do that. We lost by
It was South Carolina, bro. It's okay.
We
It's
lost by
honorable.
14 in South Carolina. They're number 1 seed. Come on.
All right. They took out all the starters like me and Willie do on Saturdays and was like, and they still was scoring. Anyway, church announcements. You want to go first, bro?
Church announcements.
Yeah, I got my announcements, and you got your
Something
announcements.
in the water. What else?
Something
going on?
in the water, single, Fast and Furious. This episode's gonna come out when that drops. So
Yeah, man. I don't know. Fast and Furious, go see it May 19th. I think that's when it comes out. Stream lights, please. If you're in the area, come out to something in the water and just come have a good time.
And he's buying out the theater when.
Yeah, I'm buying out the theater, man. Y'all
what
come
theater?
out.
Or don't tell them yet.
2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah, I can't say nothing.
We pulling up. We pulling up for sure.
Yeah, nah. We're gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure.
Now I have to go watch the other Fast and Furious movies because I stopped after
There's
they was
not-
in
Fuck that.
Brazil.
I ain't even watching none
It's
of
the
that.
same, Kadeem.
I watched the first one.
Well, after Brazil, I was like,
they're
all
gonna
right,
drive fast. They're gonna jump over cliffs. It's gonna be
Family.
about family.
It's
We're good.
family.
Family.
Yeah, that's all it's about.
all right.
It's an American movie.
An American movie. They're gonna make billions of dollars. Hopefully, you're gonna get some of that too.
Mhm.
Stream's about to be up and stuck, bro.
My lawyer, I got Deion Sanders' lawyer. I'm good.
Tell Prime we said what's up.
It's amazing. Should get some deals done.
All right, my church announcements. Merch is on the way. I got some new samples. I got some fire stuff coming. As y'all seen, all I wear is Kadeem stuff on the pod now. Website coming soon. I think that's where you'll be able to purchase said merchandise, hoodies and t-shirts for this first run. I'm gonna work on some hats. Shout out to my dude Rich Misfits in Atlanta. He showed us a lot of love. We got a Patreon coming soon. We're gonna have some like post pod. Really, like we gonna let 6 really turn up. We gonna get the real Chris out. So if you want to know the real Chris,
My name is Nikki, by the way.
okay, my fault. He keeps calling you 6, and you only correct me. So I'm nah. Anyway,
I don't care what he calls me.
anyway, if you want to know the real Chris Featherston,
Patreon.
come to Patreon. Not Book Chris, not Glasses Chris, not Lumberjack Chris. Oh yeah, Turtleneck Chris. The real Chris Featherston.
There's a turtleneck Chris?
You got to get behind the paywall. And then we were just in Atlanta filming the Girl Stop Playing podcast. That'll drop May 11th. I'm gonna talk to y'all more about Atlanta on the next episode when we come to that. So make sure y'all do what my baby says and
Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Hit the bell.
we out.
I like podcast, Daddy.